Hi friends, thanks for clicking on today's video. We are going to be making this easy and budget-friendly Easter wreath. But first, I would like to give a quick shout out to Living Conde. If you are into family vlogging, head on over to their channel. I will leave all their information linked down below. Thank you to Living Conde for your constant support and especially from the previous video. Okay friends, I really wanted to make this wreath all completely from the Dollar Tree. However, I didn't realize that the deco mesh is just very thin. I haven't used the deco mesh from the Dollar Tree in a very long time, so I would have to layer it up. And I only came home with 5 of these because that's all they had. I just picked all of them up. I haven't been to the Dollar Tree since. And I really wanted to make this wreath and get it out of the way. So I went through my stash and I came across this deco mesh here that I have. I did pick this one up at Hobby Lobby. It's been a while back and I've just been using it to decorate around the holidays. I haven't used it in a while, so I figured I'm just going to go ahead and repurpose it. Let me show you what it's been looking like. So this is what I have so far, and I'm only trying to fill in this left side of the wreath because I also picked up a bunny from the Dollar Tree. And this is what this little guy looks like. And he's going to go on this side here. So I really am trying to focus on filling in this part here and this part here. And since I'm using this 12-inch deco mesh, the one from Hobby Lobby, the lighter color one, this one here, it's 12 inches wide. And then this one here is about 6 inches wide. So I'm cutting both of them 15 inches long. And then I'm just ruffling them up and then applying them to the wreath form. The wreath form I'm also repurposing. Okay, let me show you how I am putting everything together. I'm going to start off with cutting off. I just have a ruler here, 15 inches long. And I'm just cutting. I'm not like necessarily being very precise with my measurements when I cut. They're just more or less. So I'm measuring it and then I'm just cutting. Put that to the side. Probably be easier if you cut them all and then put them all together, but I like to I sometimes don't have a plan when I'm crafting. I just like to get things started and then I just go with the flow from there. And then I have some chenille ties that I cut in half, and all I am doing is literally just rolling up the one end and then gathering it with my hands from there. And when I come to the other end, I roll it up and it will look like this. And if you have any like fraying, you can just cut that off. And then I'm going to do the same thing to the smaller one here. I'm going to roll up one end and then just roll it up with my fingers. And when I get to the other end, I'm going to roll that up. Sorry, you couldn't see that. I'm going to roll it up and then just bring it together. So what you can do before you tie it down, you can just pull to make sure that both ends are even, more or less even. It doesn't have to be exact, but I guess anything to your liking. I did untie this really quick because I wasn't liking the way it was, and then I'm just going to tie it, make sure my ends are even, and twist. And there you go. And when I'm placing it on the wreath form, I'm actually placing it in the middle, on the 2 middle prongs here. I quickly wanted to mention that I noticed I was having some gaps in between the clusters of deco mesh. So in order to fill those up, all I did was cut the deco mesh from the Dollar Tree about 30 inches long, rolled it up and tied it off, and then I filled in those gaps. If you have any questions about this, let me know in the comment section down below and I'll be happy to explain better. So here is what our wreath is looking like. I went ahead and hung up on the door just to get a different angle. I've been fixing the deco mesh for, to my liking. I am actually going to go in and trim up some of this, but first I'm going to go ahead and add my bunny and then the eggs, and then I'll do trimming at the very end. Alright, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue some of the deco mesh onto the wire wreath so that it stays in place. Now I'm going to go in and hang or glue. I don't want to say I want to say hang, but I'm going to go ahead and glue my bunny on top of that. Oh, he's adorable. Okay, so last night I was kind of playing a little bit with my eggs and carrots on where I wanted to place them, and so I really want to place a carrot on his arm like so. I'm going to go up here and just trim up some of the deco mesh, and then just trim up anything that I see is fraying. Another reason why I really don't care for the deco mesh from the Dollar Tree is because I noticed that it does fray. But I think that's just in general with deco mesh. It does fray, but I feel like the one from the Dollar Tree does fray a lot more, and oftentimes than others, I'd rather just grab my deco mesh from another source rather than the Dollar Tree. But we are just working with what we have, and it's going to be super cute anyways. Right here is what it's looking like. I'm really leaning towards folding his ear like this. I just think it would look so much cuter. And then I'm going to add some glue in the back of his ears. His ear will stay up as well. I went ahead and added an extra cluster on this side here because I felt like it was just too plain on this outer part of where the bunny is at. So I added a cluster of the deco mesh on the two outer wires. And I'm going to add just a blue one that I made. I went ahead and went with 45 inches. And I'm just going to add that here on the bottom of the bunny. Okay friends, so this is what my wreath looks like completed. I think it's cute as is. I was going to add a bow, but I feel like it would be too much. Yeah, and I still can't wrap my head around a certain color. I do have some like pink polka dot that will go really well with the bunny here. Exactly the same colors, but I feel like that's more springy. So I just like the way it is, just very nice and simple. It does scream Easter. It has the bunny, has the Easter eggs, the carrots, it's just a little combination of everything. And I guess later down the line, if I decide to add a bow, I'll probably just do like an update on my Instagram. So if you're not following me, that is always linked down below if you want to see an update if I do decide to do that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this DIY, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!